what Giants look like they did worse. Um, they did worse than they had McCoy. I think Daniel Jones kind of, shaking up a bit from the hamstring. And yeah, you had to give him some time, to at least try to, how can you say, like, heal. Um, you know, it takes time. The Giants, they beat a good team, Seattle. Colt McCoy. It just um, like I said, it's on the book. Cardinals, they put a heck of a game too. Kyler, he he came back in a bounce back game against the Rams, which they lost, and he threw a pick six. That was not really what I expected from him. I was hoping they could have won, but they broke the losing streak. Yeah, it's all there. You got it. Whoever wants it the most,
It's gonna get.
it's gonna get what they want.
And I really saw that out of a lot of teams today. Uh, who I mean,
You
the
got
Eagles played well. I mean,
Jalen Hurts as a
Jalen
rookie
Hurts. I mean, just came out on fire, which I really think.
ran the ball real good.
Yeah.
He made it look easy. He made it look like he was in college,
That made it seem like he was playing the whole season. I mean, coming in his first game and really playing like he did.
playing a good defense that's ranked number 1 overall. You gotta think about it, cause Cameron Jordan, he was getting there, but you can't. He wasn't getting to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts,
He's flashy.
he could have just run through.
Yeah,
He's like
flashy.
Kyler,
Yep.
but it was a crazy game. I mean, since Cowboys, they're in that division. Hoping the Eagles would have lost, but they got the W, and I'm really proud of them. I mean, yeah, congrats to them. They're on a losing game streak, and they broke it.
There are divisional foes, but I mean, I guess we gotta be proud of our teams in our division, man. We just gotta represent, and I don't know. Even though we hate them most of the season because they're our rivals and our foes, but we're struggling. Can't to say the least, but I don't know. I mean, it's still what 3 more games? Is it 3 more games?
Yep. After this game, you know, if Washington wins this, well, I mean they're playing the Seahawks, which is, I think they should lose that game, but not sure.
You don't know now
because the Giants they won.
Yeah.
What could Washington do? Chase Young, I wish we could have got him like a top 4 draft pick, but he went with a team that really needed him. He's all out there, and I really think he could be a defensive rookie of the year. He has a great chance.
There's a lot of rookies out there that are playing real well. I mean, but, he's probably up there with top 10 for sure. But thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, we're still trying to get all these glitches out the way. It's our first live stream podcast.
Yeah, hopefully some of y'all are watching.
Yeah, we'll get better at this. We've been out for a while, so I mean, we're just trying to get our glitches down.
Yeah.
But it's like we said, Pollard's still showing some flashiness. Our offensive line is still banged up, but I mean they played fairly well. Dalton did have time to throw today. Yeah, he got sacked a few times, but I mean for the most part, he did really well. Really well.
You got the Detroit Lions playing at home against the Green Bay Packers, that was an outstanding game. They came up short by a touchdown. They did good. They lost not really bad against good teams, over 700% winning, right? Matthew Stafford as a quarterback make a whole difference to this team. Of course, with the injuries he had from last year, the team only won 3 games, that's probably what, I don't know, season low for them. Uh, the Green Bay Packers, they had it all out there. Aaron Jones ran okay, not as good as he ran against them early in the season. Devontae Adams still explosive. You know, he's just Devontae Adams as a receiver, and for me watching him, he's probably a great route running, not in the outside. I mean, he probably plays a little bit inside, but I think he's more better on the outside, especially on the one-on-one coverage. He makes big plays. Um, the defense allowed 24 points, 24. Um, it was a heck of a game. Detroit almost came with the upset, but they just came up short. So we got the Minnesota Vikings at Tampa Bay, which is they came up short, and Dalvin Cook running explosive like he always does.
Yep.
Over 100 yards, which is he's probably the best running back I've seen. I mean, yeah, I like Zeke, but he's not running real good as Dalvin is. You have him and Derrick Henry.
Henry's beast also. So.
But Henry had over 200 yards today, which is, in my perspective, I think Derrick Henry is better than Dalvin Cook, just for right now. But we'll see next season. This season was a bad year. Corona got him. All the good teams from last year are not good this year. All the no good teams from last year are good this year.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of switch around. Tampa Bay, Tom Brady finally got a win after losing a couple of games. Which is, I know Tom Brady's not a losing person. I mean, he hates to lose.
He's not used to losing, of course, with the Patriots.
He hates losing. But I honestly think they could get in the playoffs. But from the looks of it, the Vikings are out. You got the Atlanta Falcons at LA Chargers, which is they had a lead. They blew it. Chargers came back and won. See? Yep. They had that against the Cowboys, 29-10 lead, halftime. Cowboys came back and won. Same thing with the Chicago Bears, had the halftime lead, blew it. I mean, this Atlanta Falcons team, they just blew every lead they had.
Yep.
And, of course, firing Dan Quinn makes it a little different, especially not having your head coach. Todd Gurley not running as I thought he would, but he still has some good in him. Julio Jones, who has been out most of the season.
Breaking news. Can I interrupt you really quick?
Yep.
Breaking news. Raiders just fired their defensive coordinator. Yep.
Oh, Rod Marinelli is wow.
Yeah.
So he was with the Cowboys, though. Okay, so I mean, yeah, Raiders, they lost against the Colts, which is that was a big loss. The Colts had a big change, having Jacoby Brissett as a quarterback last year, and you have Phillip Rivers. You compare them, and Phillip Rivers is better. But when necessarily, I don't think Phillip Rivers can be the best, but he's just good with the team he has.
Yep.
It just Phillip Rivers. He's getting old, but he still plays good. You got the Carolina Panthers at home against the Denver Broncos, which is they lost that game. Teddy Bridgewater had some good passing yards in him, which is they came up short. Broncos, who almost beat the Chiefs. On Sunday Night Football last week. The Broncos, they could be a good team, but they need to get their things together.
And I think I'm going back to what you said earlier. Corona kind of dampened the preseason, so these teams are still trying to get schemes together, especially everybody with new coaches. May I throw the Cowboys in there? The defensive scheme was changed up. I mean, completely, pretty much. So yeah, coronavirus. Did have a big impact on this year's NFL season, uh, especially on those teams that really had big changes. So I mean, I'm kind of excited. I mean, I'm excited about next year. This year, I hate to say it, this up year. I really was rooting on the Cowboys, but they had too many changes, and of course the injuries, and I mean, it hurt a lot of teams this year. A lot of teams this year.
Yeah. I agree everything that you said. And yeah, COVID-19 came in and messed up the whole league. Oh yeah, moving on to the game. We're going with Thursday's game, LA Rams versus the New England Patriots. Thursday game. Rams absolutely crushed that game. Defense had big turnovers.
Yeah, they did.
Cam Newton did not do anything. They only got 3 points. That's not good. That sucks. The Rams, they're playing good. I mean, yeah, I'll give them credit. They play good, but they still have to battle the Cardinals, the Seahawks. 49ers are out, which is I was not happy with that. But, it's just, like I said, whoever wants it the most, you got to fight for it. We got the next game coming up. Excuse me. We got the Seattle Seahawks versus New York Jets. We all know who won. Mm-hmm. Seattle, obviously. Easy game. DK Metcalf, still explosive as he is, got a touchdown. Tyler Lockett got involved in some too. Chris Carson, 76 yards. He's good, but he still has some things to work on today. It's just like I said, Seattle, they have a good defense at some point, but I wouldn't say the defenders are really good because they gave up a lot of yards against. I wouldn't say a lot, but they gave up against
plenty.
A team. Yeah, plenty. Well, I'm pretty sure some of you are watching the Bills and the Steelers, that's not over, but we'll cover that one later. We talked about the Chiefs earlier, but I want to mention one more thing with the Dolphins. You got Tua as quarterback. But one thing I noticed is the defense, they got 3 picks, right?
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yep.
I got a little update on the game, Steelers versus Bills. Third quarter was 7 minutes. The Bills are up 23-7. 23-7.
Wait, okay, so I'm not saying this, but do y'all believe the Steelers are going to choke the last games? It looks like it. They're not explosive as they were early in the season. They lost against Washington. Big upset alert. It's just, like I said, whoever wants it the most.
Whoever wants some more, yep.
Yep. We'll move on to the next game. We'll go with let's see, let me get through my stuff. Let's go with the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Tennessee Titans at home. Tennessee Titans dominated the game. The trick play, Derrick Henry tossed it back to Ryan Tannehill. Was A.J. Brown one-handed catch in the end zone, which is he's a good wide receiver. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he'll be in the big top. If he keeps up what he's doing, he'll be a future Hall of Famer from the looks of it. Jaguars, they only won one game, and that was week 1. Ever since then, lost 10 straight in a row. Well, 11. Um, it's just Jaguars, they have a lot of things to work with. They need a quarterback who they can rely on. Um, it's hard when you don't have a quarterback really suggested. Um, they still have, like I said, a lot of things to work with, but overall, they need to win the game. They need to at least get 2 by the end of this season. That's all I ask.
Yep. Okay.
Uh,
So what we got left? What we got left? Let's try to make
let's see.
sweet. And we got a busy week, and we got more football to cover here pretty soon. And as y'all know, NBA is finna kick off. I'm excited about that too.
Well, I think there's a preseason game going on right now. Not too sure.
Yep.
I think it's over, but
Yep.
I think that's all. I think we covered all of it.
Yep.
Of course, tomorrow, Monday Night Football. Yeah, you got the Baltimore Ravens against the Cleveland Browns, that'll be a really good game to watch, and I'll be looking forward to watch that game tomorrow. This is a playoff game basically. If the Browns can pull off this win, I say they're already in the wild card, so all they gotta do is just win out. But if they can pass the Steelers, well, because this division, you have 3 great teams. But there's other teams that are in the wild card, it's going to be hard for the Baltimore Ravens to try to come back up. And of course, Cleveland's ahead of them on games, I really don't think Baltimore can make the playoffs, but they can at least try. It relies on who wants to win it tomorrow.
Yep.
Well, I think that covers about mostly everything.
Yes, sir.
Most of the games.
But
hopefully,
like said,
some people watched it.
What do you think? What do you feel about this podcast? Finally got it set up. You ready to go?
Yeah. I think we can add some things to it, but we still need to get a hang of it. We still need to learn.
Find a little more time, but we're getting it. It's fun.
Yeah.
News, highlights. But appreciate y'all tuning in, watching the video. Got anything to say?
Nope.
That's about it. Thank y'all. Y'all stay safe and enjoy y'all week.